So I just watched a video of a teenager crossing a street, and the guy was filming it from his truck. And the teenager put his phone down in his pocket, and then he just very casually walked across the street. And then one of his friends said, "Hey, come on, there's a car waiting." And I just wonder, you know, as older people, the video was a little critical of the young man, but I'm 58, so when we were younger, we made really, I personally, I will confess, I personally made really poor decisions when I was younger. And so, we're not going to get to the psalm, because it says, "You know my reproach and my shame and my dishonor," Psalm 69:19. So, in it, the title of the video said something like Gen Z or something like that. But it's disheartening for me as an older man, a Christian, when I see comments about someone that's, you know, the younger generation that's maybe disrespectful or, you know, not being aware of people around them. But how many of us made poor decisions when we were younger that it's just like that? Yeah, so like we should give grace, because again, when I was younger, I made really poor decisions. I will just confess that. That's why this psalm right here, "You know my reproach and my shame and my dishonor." And so I just want to encourage all the older people out there that when you see younger people perhaps making a poor choice or not being the most upstanding citizen or just doing something that you think is wrong, don't immediately jump to like a conclusion that, oh, these just generation's terrible or whatever. But you have to reflect on what God has done in your life, and yeah, give grace. I mean, yeah, it happens. So I made really poor choices. I'm just going to tell you that, because I read this psalm here. Yeah, you know my reproach and my shame and my dishonor. So I think about some of the choices I made when I was younger. It's true. And so, yeah, so I'm going to speak to the older people here. If you're 40, 50, you know, if you're over 40, yeah, give grace to the younger generation and love them. Show them a good example of what it means to be respectable men. Yeah, grace and peace, guys.